So I compiled all of the questions from the last few Q&As I wanted to do, and today we're finally going to answer all of them. I think I have like 17, 18 of them, so let's just get started. So the first one, which is asked anonymously, they're all asked anonymously through Google Forms. Modern Minecraft or modern Terraria? Now this is a hard one, thank you for your question, but honestly, I think vanilla to vanilla without mods or anything like that, it's Terraria right now. Terraria feels like such a more full game, there's so much to do, so many bosses to fight, and Minecraft, always going to be my favorite game of all time. Don't get me wrong. But the state it's in right now, for comparing them now, right now, not their primes, I think with how the perception of Mojang has changed and the decisions they made in recent updates, I think it's Terraria right now. And with recent updates, Minecraft being kind of lackluster and not up to standard as they once were 1.16 and before, that it's going to stay that way for a little while until Mojang gets their stuff together. The next one, what inspired you to be a YouTuber? Thank you for your question. I'm just going to go ahead and get out of the way. I want to thank everyone for their questions, just so I don't have to keep repeating it. I'm going to read them all. What inspired me to be a YouTuber? Well, it's PewDiePie, Mark, Jacksepticeye, the trio of gaming, Smosh, every big creator. I was entertained by them. I wanted to do that as like my thing. I wanted to be that YouTuber that would entertain people. I feel like it's always been something I've wanted to do. Even before it was the popular thing to be like a social media creator or whatever. Like even when I was in elementary school in the late 2000s, when YouTube was just getting on its feet, I wanted to be a YouTuber. Obviously, I had other interests as well. As every dude, we wanted to be either like a firefighter, a cop, like an astronaut. Those are the common ones. But YouTuber was always the one I was like, I don't want to say this, but it's really what I want to do. And that was before you could really even make that much money off YouTube. The next one, what would you do if YouTube didn't work out? Well, I wouldn't say it's even worked out yet now, but if it didn't and I gave up and retired or whatever you want to call it, I guess, I would probably either go into what I'm going to get my degree for, which is marketing, so like a social media manager, marketing manager, something like that, something in a marketing field. Either that, or I try to edit for other YouTubers, and maybe eventually a bigger YouTuber be able to do it full time. I don't know, one of those two I feel like would be what I'd try to do. Push comes to shove. I live in West Virginia, so trades are always a plan C for anyone who doesn't necessarily want to do them but could do them. I have a lot of family that are in trade jobs, so they could want me in the shape for the job if I have to, and that's always an option. It's not what I would necessarily want to do, but it's something I could do. What are your least and most favorite parts of being a YouTuber? Well, least would probably just be trying to come up with video ideas sometimes. Sometimes I get in slumps where it's hard to do. Right now I have a lot of games I want to play, so it's not been too bad. Best parts, just interacting with people, meeting other creators and viewers who enjoy the content, that type of thing. That's a lot of fun for me. And just learning how to do stuff, like editing, thumbnail design, that type of thing. I've learned a lot being a YouTuber, so that I'll end up using. Another negative and least favorite, I guess, would be that I can't honestly do it full time because there's such a hard ceiling that you have to break through. But once you break through it, you're set. It's just kind of rough, especially as a gaming channel. You find that video that works. You gotta find what works, and it's very difficult as a gaming channel, especially when you don't want to lock yourself down to one game. Kind of rough. If you could collab with one person, who would it be? If it could be anyone on YouTube, I don't know, probably like a PewDiePie or Markiplier. Both seem like really cool dudes. Obviously grew up on their content. That'd be crazy. Now, if we're gonna be a bit more realistic, I love to work with somebody I actually know, like a Trinicles or a Wild Aces. Although both of those would be kind of hard because Trinicles is obviously super busy, has a full-time career outside of content creation. A Wild Aces plays Roblox for FPS, which is way out of what I plan to do. So I don't know how well that would work. Based on your tweets, would you ever start a channel or a podcast talking about YouTube? I actually had plans to in the new year to start a thing called Everyday Content Creation or Everything Content Creation. I hadn't fully decided the name. I think I'm going to go with Everything Content Creation. The one thing that might keep that from happening is just how difficult and time consuming my classes are. The main thing that's keeping me from confirming that as a guaranteed thing is because my next semester is my last for my associates, and also it's kind of weird because it's the weirdest one for me because I only have 2 online classes and one of those is an 8-week, but it's the second 8 weeks of the semester, so it'll start in March and in May. And also I have my capstone. It's kind of gonna be weird for me, and also I might be trying to get a job at the same time, like a part-time job to make some money, because obviously I don't make any from YouTube right now, so I can't confirm I could do that, but it's meant to be a weekly show where each week I'll pretty much go through, talk about something. It was originally going to be in podcast format, but it might be just something There could be podcast style videos, but it would just be a mix, I think, more than anything. Like ones on shorts would probably be obviously shorter videos because there's not as much to talk about, and it just depends on the subject matter. What would you be doing if you weren't posting YouTube videos? Probably either trying to edit or stream, and then if neither of those worked out, just fully focus on college and be a depressed college student more than I am now, because I do only have really college to do. Probably work at the same time as well. I don't know. This has kind of always been what I'm doing, so let's hope it works out, I guess. Or if editing, that could be a second. What did you go to college for? I'm thinking of going with like some tips. I'm going for business right now, and then you gotta pursue marketing as kind of the focus of said business degree. If everything works out, that is. So, I did start out as a computer science student, but I quickly learned that I could not learn programming that way. If I were to learn programming, it had to be through like a camp. Those coding camps were just on my own because it just did not work in that format for me. It was not something I could learn. I was falling behind, so I quickly made the shift before it got too bad. So now I'm a business student about to get my associates in the spring, if all goes well, and then we'll see after that. So I go on undecided, I guess, if you don't know, or if you do, or kind of have a general idea, then just kind of take some of the more general classes your first semester just in case. That'd be my recommendation to anyone, just in case you figure out something else or if you change your mind. Also, I still recommend it, even though it's kind of depressing at times. Go to community college your first 2 years if you can, because it's so much cheaper. I have no debt right now. I'm almost through my associates and I have no debt. So go to a community college if you can. Which would you rather happen in 2023? Getting monetized or getting your dream house? Well, if I had to choose one, it's monetized, because if I get monetized, then I could get my dream house, which my dream house is literally it could be all on one floor, honestly. It could just be like a 1 bed, 1 bath, and I'd be okay with that, because having my own place is the dream part. I'm okay with that. I mean, obviously, if I could just live in a mansion and everything, that'd be cool too, but no, honestly, getting my own place that's really all I'd care about, because it means I could just be able to put out more content and work on content at any hour of the day. That's kind of the issue with living at home, is I can't do that. It's either early or super late, so it's kind of whatever. But if I had to choose one for 2023, getting monetized would be important first, because then I could start getting a little bit of money and then looking at a home. Would you ever start or move into a content house? I mean, I'd be open to the idea, but they do seem to be drama-filled every time they happen, and very much fake. For the most part, a lot of them are. I don't know. I mean, if one came together in West Virginia where it's still relatively, really cheap, but also a lot of creators could start to build their brands, because there's not a lot of big West Virginian creators, if any at all. So that'd be kind of cool. Maybe that. I don't know. I don't feel like... I definitely wouldn't go to LA. I'm never going to live in LA. I don't even know if I want to step foot in LA. And I don't really want to go to Texas and live in a content house unless it was really something that seemed right for me. But I don't know. The next question kind of builds off that. Would you rather be a part of a content house or live on your own, or with 1 or 2 roommates? So basically, would I want to live in a giant content house with 3+ people, or I would live on my own if I could, or with 1 or 2 roommates that may not be creators or are, but it's just kind of smaller? Definitely the second option. On my own will be great, but I wouldn't mind honestly living with 1 or 2 people I think I could genuinely vibe with and are trustworthy to pay their part, and all that type of stuff, and are cool to hang out with. It's something every friend group discusses, obviously, getting a house together, and having a few buddies, but I could live with 1 or 2 people and be fine. Obviously, living on my own is probably the end goal, just because, I don't know, having your own space is important for some person, or for yourself, whatever. I don't know, I think that'd be the end goal, I think. Any games you want to play but haven't yet? I've played Elden Ring, but I haven't played the new God of War because I don't have a PlayStation, so I'd want to play that at some point. What videos would you post if you weren't doing gaming? Probably commentary. Probably just do commentary, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of the second, the one that I can do the best, I guess, would be commentary. Whether it's YouTube or gaming drama or something like that. Now I'm gonna become a political commentator. That's just trying. No, probably not. That just seems like branding. I would not want to do that. But, I don't know. Probably commentary of some sort. What game are you looking to forward to most in 2023? I kind of just want to preface this that I don't really have, to be honest. There's not a game I'm necessarily excited. I mean, there's a new Zelda game. That's kind of cool. I don't really play on my Switch that much though, so I don't know if I'll get that. Oh, Jedi Survivor would be kind of cool. I'm looking forward to that. And also the new Dead Island 2. Well, for all the wrong reasons. I want to see if it's a disaster fire like everyone expects it to be, or if it actually even comes out in 2023. So I guess Dead Island 2 for all the wrong reasons, or Jedi Survivor. What do you do outside of content creation, like other hobbies and such? Well, my life is taken up by 4 things: YouTube / just content creation in general, college, looking for jobs, which is always a fun time. And then what time I have after that is usually spent either watching a toddler, and which pretty much means I can't do much in terms of anything else, or in the other time that I have hanging out with the boys in like a Discord call or something, or just playing some games. That's pretty much my time. So I don't really do much else. I mean, when I'm outside of college, I like to hang out more. I like to go out and do things, although there isn't much to do in my town. I live in a small town, so there's not much going on unless there's like a fair or something going on. Really, all you have is go hang out at the mall, go get some food, or watch a movie. Which of your creator friends do you think is the most underrated and should be a bigger creator? Creator friends in quotes. Unlike most big YouTubers, all my quote creator friends are actually people I'm cool with. By the way, I'm not Mizkif or any of his org. Obviously, bigger creators, you know, they fake friendships for business. But no, most of the people I talk to on a semi-consistent basis as creators we're actually cool. I'm actually cool with. But one that I think is most underrated, I think it's gotta be a Trendicles, because all of his videos are high quality. It's just he's not able to upload too much, and Minecraft is such a heavily saturated category that it's hard to get out into that. I don't know so much about the RuneScape community on YouTube, but hopefully, you know, I really want to see him do bigger things. And then the final question, are you gay for Harpo Gaming? Well, that's going to be it for this Q&A. I hope you enjoyed. I wanted to try to do this, finally answer your questions. I don't know, it's just a 500 sub special type of thing. I'll have an actual 500 sub like special video, I guess, celebrating it on the main channel. It's just I knew this didn't really fit the main channel, so I put it over here. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. And if I don't get to say it again this year, 2022 was probably the best year I've had on YouTube. I hope you guys have a great Christmas and all that fun jazz. This will be posted before Christmas or holidays or whatever you celebrate. Hope you guys finish out the year strong. I know I'm gonna try to here on YouTube and with everything. And yeah, the next year, 2023, will be huge.